Welcome everyone to Oil and Gas Safety Drilling Deeper, the podcast dedicated in exploring the critical role of health and safety, or HSE, in oil and gas industry. I'm your host, Cham, and in this series, we are going to dive deep into the policies, procedures, and most importantly, the human stories behind keeping our industry safe. For my first episode, I want to talk about why HSE isn't just a set of regulations or a box to tick. It's the lifeblood of responsible oil and gas operations. To illustrate this, I'm going to tell you a story, a composite based on real events about a tragedy that almost happened. I call it the Crimson Stain. Picture this. It's a scorching afternoon on an offshore platform in the Gulf of Mexico in Rig 42. Inhumane with activity, you can hear the clanging of metal, the rumble of engines, and the constant chatter of the crew. Among them is a young roustabout named Miguel. Miguel is a fresh out of trade school, eager to improve himself, little intimidated by the sheer scale of the operation. He is assigned to a maintenance team preparing a high-pressure pipeline for the inspection. Miguel's supervisor is a grizzled veteran named Hank. He's showing him the ropes. Hank is a good man who has experience of rigs over 30 years. Knows the platform like the back of his hand. However, today, deadlines are looming. The pressure to get the pipeline ready is intense. And Hank starts to take shortcuts. That is when the problem starts on. One of these shortcuts involves bypassing the proper lockout and tagout procedure, a critical step in HSE designed to ensure the pipeline is completely depressurized before any work begins. Hank figures they can bleed off the remaining pressure later because it looked like there was very little pressure inside the pipeline. And the schedule was tight for them to complete this task in order for the pipeline to be inspected. All right, Miguel, tighten those loose bolts and let's get out of here. They need this thing up and running by tomorrow. Hank shouts at Miguel. Miguel, being a newer to this all, just nodded the head and continued with his duties as directed by his supervisor, Hank. Suddenly, a deafening bang rips through the air. A valve, not fully depressurized, fails catastrophically. High pressure gas and residual oil erupts violently. Miguel, closest to the valve, is thrown several feet, badly injured on the head, and he collapses immediately. The force of the blast is enough to rip through hearing protection as sounds go silently. Chaos instantly consumes the area. Alarms blaze. Crew members scramble to shut down the pipeline and provide first aid. Miguel is unconscious, bleeding. He is quickly evacuated by helicopter to the hospital on the mainland. The afternoon of the month is severe. The platform is temporarily shut down due to the incident. An investigation is launched. Hank is devastated and faces disciplinary action. The entire crew is shaken, but the worst part, the thing that hangs over everyone involved is Miguel. Everybody is concerned about Miguel. What is his condition? What's gonna be about him? Is he gonna make it? Everybody is worried. Miguel spends weeks in hospital battling for his life. Eventually, by the grace of God, he recovers, but he carries the physical and emotional scars of that day forever. The incident, forever known as the platform, is known as the crimson stain, serve as stark reminder of the consequences of neglecting HSE in such operations. What happened on Rig 42 that day could have been avoided by following protocol, by not cutting corners, by valuing safety over speed. The crimson stain isn't just about a young man's injuries. It's about the potential consequences. Every time we compromise on safety, we face consequences. It's a reminder that being behind every HSE regulation, there are lives at stake. This is the end of the first episode. However, in the next episode, we will dive deeper into specific HSE protocols that could have prevented the crimson stain incident and explore how these procedures protect workers, the environment, and the overall sustainability of oil and gas industry. We will also cover the safety standards in places like United States, United Kingdom, in Gulf countries as well. We will look things like lockout and tagout procedures that was violated before, hazard assessment, and even emergency response plans. Thank you for joining me on Oil and Gas Safety, Drilling Deeper. Remember, safety isn't just a rule, it's a responsibility. Until next time, stay safe and keep drilling deeper. Thank you so much.